All right, let's get this show on the road. Oh, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Oh, is he done? Very impressive snowman. I think it's done. Huh, nice. Sorry I'm a little late today. I forgot to set my alarm. And then Linux was giving me troubles, so I just went straight into Windows. Wait, there should be a new leak today. There is a new leak. Let's go over the leak. Okay, so we got a ship. That's interesting. I don't recognize that ship. Oh, we got like a Christmas tree leak. We got, looks like the detective board or something. And as a passive. Weird. It's got to be for the quest or whatever, right? Brighter Leak number 27. Welcome to the 27th edition of the Brighter Leak and the final leak of 2025. Huge. At this time of year, it's traditional to have a review of the past 12 months, so we thought we should do that for Brighter Shores. This year in Brighter Shores, we have launched numerous quality of life improvements, the Unified Combat Profession, Easter 2025 event, the Brighter Leak, Herbalist's Hurdle quest, Ocean Belt, Missing Fisherman quest, player-to-player trading, Zata Paraja Beast, the Botanist Profession, accompanying updates to the Forager and Alchemist Profession, Brighter Shores quest, oh my goodness, Blight of Spores quest, Halloween 2025 event, Bee Cause quest, the Maintenance Crew quest, Christmas 2025, and fix various typos. I love that they put that in there. Next year, we have even more exciting stuff planned, starting with a new quest in January. This will be followed by the Milestones beta and then the Milestones update itself. Okay, I gotta double down on this character then. Over the year, we will be working on the following things, although not necessarily in this order. More quests, more holiday events, more bounties, mini games, world events, dungeons, combat improvements, and episode 5, Stonemaw Hill. Finally, we would like to wish all our players happy holidays. Thank you for your support over the last year. Milestones. We love our progress infographics and hope you enjoy the level of detail they bring to the Brighter Leak. However, while they work well for the smaller projects, one area they fall short on is giving a good impression on the progress on the much larger updates. such as milestones. Therefore, here's a bit more of a breakdown of where we stand at the moment. Coding. All the new activities are now coded for every episode. That's huge. All the existing activities have been rearranged into milestones. The new XP curves have been implemented. Curves, plural. I guess combat and everything else. All the existing bounties have been updated to support bounty rarities. Profession equipment boosts have been updated. Interesting. The past action improvements have been implemented. packs are fully implemented. The 3 new alchemist potions are in the process of being implemented. The monument reward needs to be implemented. There are some minor UI improvements which need to be implemented. The code to migrate save games needs to be implemented. Graphical assets. All Hopeport graphics are done. All the Hope Forest graphics are done except for the Outlaws and Goblins. All the Mina Mantubin graphics are done except for the Goblins. The Chronopolis graphics are nearing completion. This is so huge, guys. Mapping. The Hopeport, Mina Mantubin, and Chronopolis mapping is done. The Hope Forest mapping is nearing completion. This is the most complicated episode to update because we have replaced a lot of the trees. Audio and particles. Audio and particles have been completed for everything that has been implemented. There will be a small amount of work to do here as more things are implemented. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of the scope of the project and how far along we are. As you can probably tell, we are on target for a beta test early next year. Launch schedule. Due to Christmas, there will be no Brighter Leak on January 5th. Brighter Leak 28 will be released January 19th. Oh. The Chronopolis 6-star quest is scheduled to launch the week commencing 12th January 2026. What we've been working on this fortnight. Technical team. Andrew has been working on milestones, past action improvements, milestones updating the balancing of combat drops to fit with milestones, updating the balancing of weapon crafting drops to fit with milestones, coding new alchemist potion effects. James B has been coding quality of life improvements, milestones, coding the blacksmith scrap metal recycling passive activity, coding the detective booking prisoners passive activity. I bet that's what that image is. Preparing this Brighter Leak, reading and replying to support requests and customer emails. Ian has been working on fixing frame rate drops in Chronopolis, mapping Chronopolis, new streets, new buildings, new ship. Oh, so that ship is in Chronopolis, okay. Mapping the Mina Mantubin, Durabin, Horseshoe Hollow. Interesting. Mapping Hope Forest, new trees. Mapping for the Chronopolis 6-star quest. Content team. Paul has been working on coding for the Mina Mantubin 7-star quest, coding for the Chaos Mining minigame, milestones, descriptions, and chat for new activities. Review playthrough of the Chronopolis 6-star quest. Steve has been working on coding for the Filtration Station minigame. Rod has been coding the Chronopolis 6-star quest. Graphics team. Nick has been working on graphics for the Chronopolis 6-star quest. Milestones, combat, foe skins, Hopeport and Chronopolis. Graphics for Stonemason T Machine. That's weird. Graphics for the new detective booking prisoners passive activity. Graphics for this brighter leak. Greg has been working on Bonewright inventory icons, blacksmith inventory icons, miner inventory icons, merchant inventory icons. Lewis has been working on graphics for the Chronopolis 6-star quest. Milestones, combat foe parts, thieves, thugs, goblins. James T has been working on milestones, graphics for the new blacksmith recycling scrap metal passive activity, graphics for the filtration station minigame. Alex has been working on combat foe parts, outlaws. Audio team. Joe has been working on milestones, audio, and particles for new activities. A new global music track. Infographics. A major feature of Project Miles. The major features of Project Milestone are botanist, a new profession that replaced gatherer. Milestones. A better structure for leveling up based around reaching a milestone every 50 levels with a new XP curve to match. Adjust the level of repeated, i.e. reskinned activities, such that there are no repeated activities within a milestone, and therefore there are no repeated activities within the first 50 levels of a profession. Milestone unlocks. Such as new activities, bounties, world events, and dungeons, which deliver meaningful rewards for reaching a milestone. New activities in many professions. Bounties for all professions. Bonus objectives, which add variety when leveling up. Rare bounties will sometimes appear, which give better rewards, but appear far less frequently on the bounty board. World events. A repeating calendar of multiplayer events. So the game will be slightly less solo, I guess. Dungeons for all professions. Solo and multiplayer excursions into unexplored regions of Adothria. Remixes of the profession in a whole new way, adding more options for leveling up. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited for dungeons, guys. Minigames, unique activities that give you a new way to level up the profession. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's some coding, post graphics, and some QA to do on the Chronopolis 6-star, and then it's done. And then next up looks like the Minoman 2-bin 7-star, which will be huge. Chronopolis 4-star is coding pre-graphics. Project Milestone. Botanist is done. Milestones is in progress. Combat bounties. Nope. Forager bounties. Nope. Chef bounties are done. That makes sense. Miner bounties are almost done. Fisher bounties are getting there. World events. Oh, that's so cool. Call to Arms, Loot Worm, Shipwreck, The Hollow, Overgrowth, Threatening Thorns, Restless Spirits, Sigil Defense, Prison Breakout, New Shoe Day, Chronopolis Fair. Solo and multiplayer. Okay, so they haven't expanded on dungeons yet. Mini games. Filtration Station is the farthest along. We also got the Log Jam, the Chaos Mining, and Boxed In. Oh, and Smuggler's Bay. And then we got a Peat Bog Venture and Banner Making for Leatherworker. Okay, that's actually a huge leak. I really need to buckle down on my character here. But now we fish. Okay, let's do our first 1 hour for everybody. Oh, hang on, I need to get my iPad situated.
If y'all want to be successful, you gotta be selfish.
All right. Now let's do our 1 hour for everybody. Oh, I'm catching up to Daryl. And Misty, like, shot up really fast. She must have had, like, a bunch of arrows prepped. Oh. Oh, I sold some amulets of protection. Sick. Uh, Okay, I still need 66 Fisher. And 56 Chef. We're so close, guys. We're so close. I think if I buckle down and get this done, I can finish it before the new year? Question mark? I somehow missed 3. Okay, but I need, I think it's like 1900 rays to get this, to get the level I need. I think it's like 18 something, so we'll just go for 19 and hope for the best. Oh, I did want to look at something actually. Let's see. Did Josh's video have any effect on the player count? Maybe slightly. He brought about 40 people to the game. There she go. No, what am I doing? Messing everything up, that's what I'm doing. Okay, yes, Bazaar, my active orders. Cancel order. Sell offer. oak bow maximum, and we'll do 15 because it vendors for 12. There we are. Now, how much money do I have? 11K. Hmm. Okay. How much money does my alt have here? $2K. Okay. I wonder how many views that Josh Strife Hayes video has now. I think it was like 38K last I checked. Mm. Hey, Sensei, thanks for lurking. Enjoy the scaping. And thanks for the 1 hour for everybody. Okay, it has 220k views now. At a little under a day old. That's crazy. Who has? Oh, Josh's, Josh Strife Hayes' Brighter Shores video. Oh, I heard about that. A lot of missed info. I mean, his whole thing is like the new player experience. So, like, I watched it, and it was basically exactly what I expected from Josh Strife Hayes. Of course, he's not going to cover everything. The thing that I'm really happy about is that he mentioned the early access and the upcoming big changes that were coming soon. He mentioned that right at the beginning of the video. It's like, but I'm going to play the game and review it as it currently is. Still, even if it is the case, but need to know your facts. I mean, what did he get wrong? One guy sent me a whole list. One of them was about Global Bank. Well, also in his pinned comment, he mentioned that he did make a mistake with how the storage rifts worked. So, and that was like a pinned comment, like the second the video went live. So he did address it. I haven't watched the video. Maybe I need to before talking crap. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. It's funny. You'll probably like it, honestly. Well, I mean, I can't say that. I know I liked it because I like Josh's sense of humor. I think it's great. I think he did a great job. I don't even know who this guy is. Going to be a new experience. That's crazy. The amount of people I've encountered who don't know who this guy is, like, blows my mind. Like, maybe I just spend too much time on YouTube or something. But, like, this guy's almost got 1 million subscribers. And he does MMO content. Like, that's his whole thing. Jersey, I haven't seen it, but any publicity is good publicity, as they say. Yeah, that's true. Also, welcome, Toursy. I think the video was well done, and it was almost exactly what I expected from Josh. Like, yeah. I'll give my full thoughts on it a bit later because I want a couple more of the regulars to be in stream before I go give my full thoughts on the video. But I spent a lot of time on YouTube too, but I haven't heard of them. Nice. Well, do you like? Have you looked up many MMO videos? Making some food, just watching some fishing. Nice. I just need 68 fishing. $66 fishing. Oh, really? Yeah, that's probably why. He has this whole series called The Worst MMO Ever, and he just makes like videos about MMOs, some more terrible than others. And he just like pedantically nitpicks them into oblivion, and it's always hilarious. And so that's where this video falls into his worst MMO ever series. Which that's not him saying Brighter Shores is the worst MMO ever. He's on a quest to find the worst MMO ever. And this was a stop along the way. I mean, BS isn't even full release. Even though it's been a year, so can't call it the worst MMO ever yet. Yeah, exactly. We got some time. We got a little bit of time. Bro, also the leak today, that was huge. The leak today was amazing. I haven't seen it yet. It's so great. They basically did a rundown of what's all been done for milestones in a more detailed way than the infographic allows. So it's like now we have sort of our finger on the pulse of where exactly in the development cycle they are in regards to milestones, and it looks like we'll have the beta early 2026, like for sure. I really wish my only thing about the Josh video really is that I wish he had waited till milestones came out. I think that would have changed things a decent bit. But overall it would still be pretty samey. I'll check his video now. Okay. Good luck, have fun. Control Alt Elite. That's a great name. Oh, he had a number. Okay. Hey, Skeg. How's it going? Preparing to take over the world. Same as every night. Nice. Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. What are your favorite professions as of now? It's really hard to say. I do really like Alchemist. But I've been doing it so much, I think some of the novelty's worn off. Like I have 2 characters with over 200 Alchemist. Which game? Probably Brighter Shores. So other than that, I do really enjoy Carpenter. Carpenter's really nice. Favorite professions. Yeah, I think it's gotta be something either alchemist or carpenter. Really, carp isn't one I hear often. It's super chill, right? It's way more chill than leatherworking. You just don't make as much money, so that's why you don't hear about it as much. No clue. It looks like it has fishing though. Doesn't seem too bad. I'm not sure what you're on about, Skag. Yeah, I think it's either carp or alchemist. Yeah, Brighter Shores. Okay. Yeah, Brighter Shores is the main game that I'm playing right now, Skag. Carp is chill for sure. Yeah. It's real nice. It's really nice if you banked the logs. If you haven't banked the logs, it kind of sucks, but if you like woodcutting then, it's not bad. I mean, I like some logs more than others, which makes sense. Like, what is it? I think oaks are terrible. Ashes are fine to cut, bad to carp. Yeah, I've heard going to 500, you have to be careful the ratio you do. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the only 500 I have is merchant. Hey, Chick Flick. Thanks for the 1 hour for everybody. The ratio you do of, like, woodcut logs to carp XP. Yeah. Probably. Hey, Chick Flick, thanks for lurking. Enjoy your scaping. My energy was getting low. Yeah, it's all good. My energy was also getting low. I should check to see how many rays I have banked. I hate how it's weird to queue some fish like rays. Yeah. I mean, if I cared about efficiency, I wouldn't be queuing them at all. But I'm lazy, so I just queue them all. Hey, Twisty, thanks for lurking. Enjoy the scaping. How's life, dude? Pretty good, pretty good. How's your life? Dang, what tune is this? This should work? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a pretty decent one. Thanks, yeah, no worries. Let's see how many Found the playlist somewhere? That's a good question. What playlist is this? Uh, called Dark Chill Step, Deep Work in Coding. I'll link the playlist. Share. Copy link to playlist. Okay, that's the playlist. Let's see how many rays I have banked. Kevin, my man. Ah, Spotify. Interesting. It works, I guess. You say that like there's a good alternative. What would you recommend? Okay, so we're just shy of 1,200. We got a lot more rays to get. Not bad amount. How many do you need? I need about 1,900 to get the chef level I need. So as far as fishing goes, I'm already over leveled for it. Like I can do the grenards, but if I cook every single ray that I have, I won't get to 56 chef. I usually use Pandora. I don't think I'd recommend it for streaming though without a subscription. Yeah, well I have the Spotify subscription. I've heard of Pandora. I think I checked it out like when it was first launching or whatever, but Spotify just seems like the best on the market. The only thing it's not good for is audiobooks because of the payment model. Even with, I don't think they want people streaming it due to rebroadcast rules. Weird. I've literally been using Spotify since the beta in Canada, which I think was 2013-ish. I've used Pandora around a decade. The recommended stuff can be nice, but it takes a while to customize. Okay. We got ads coming in a minute, by the way. Upvote a song, you get similar stuff. Downvote, they play less of that. Yeah, same as Spotify. Give me the ads. Oh, they're coming. You know, if you sub, you don't get ads. Just saying. That's why I haven't. I need the ads. Okay. But ads are my favorite part of your stream. Aw, thanks, Zohan. I appreciate that. I can give you more of them if you want. How does 20 minutes of ads every hour sound? Okay, I will be right back. I'm back. Ads are just misspelled AIDS. And Caustic Pat, thanks for lurking. Enjoy your scaping. In Microscape, I'm holding on to 3rd place in the leaderboard, which is nice. Making some steel arrows right now. I see you're killing it. Can't keep up. Currently killing chickens for feathers. You know you can buy them, right? From the fishing shop. 3 coins each. Wait, really? Dang. Yep. You sure can. Misty shot up really fast. Where are you, Caustic? 16, nice. Oh, Sensei's back. Oh, 1 second. Got bored on 22 minutes of the video. He speaks a lot of truth, but he makes it sound like RS didn't have a lot of problems, or don't right now. He mentions a lot of RS, fair opinion from him, but he makes it way worse than it really is. Yeah, I think he's kind of memeing a bit with that, honestly, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. I got frustrated with chickens, none available, and you have to queue up. Yeah, that is frustrating. Hey, bad boy, thanks for lurking. Enjoy your scaping. I was ranked 6 or 7 a day or so ago, then switched to chickens because I ran out of stuff. Yeah. The real RuneScape or the fake one that's just a WoW clone now? I think you... both, I guess. But yeah, he does, like, he's usually pretty objective, and I like that about his videos. Hey, Santhergo, thanks for lurking. Enjoy the scaping. I had tons of iron and shafts for the 15 plus grind, but didn't make it to 15 because ran out of regular logs and feathers. Yeah. That's the tough bit. I have an alt that's basically just been gathering flax and spinning bowstring the entire time. And then I just have like a market order for headless arrows, and then I buy whatever arrow tips I can find or I can afford. I thought RS3 was fine when it first started, but it's so different now. I wouldn't have a clue what's what. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. People say it's okay to play as an Iron Man, but I wouldn't really know. Oh, I made a poor financial decision and ordered a new computer. So that'll be really nice to get. Let's see. Iron Man got me to play RS3 for quite a while. Still felt nostalgic somehow. Eventually, once I was high level, I just got jealous of the people getting 2x XP every few months, so I switched to main until getting a 99 and done forever. With these prices, you're definitely downplaying the poor part. Well, it wasn't too bad. Like, I think I got a decent deal. Because I think the inflated RAM prices haven't hit pre-builts yet. At least not crazy. Because yeah, I just bought a pre-built. Whoa, lag. I mean, it's only got 16 gigs of RAM, but honestly, that's enough for what I'm using it for right now, and I can upgrade when the RAM prices calm down. Yeah, pre-builds might have a backstock of a couple months. Yeah, that's kind of what I was banking on. And I got myself a decent setup for both gaming and local AI stuff, because I've been tinkering with a lot of local AI stuff. Hey, Dark Ruler, thanks for lurking. Enjoy the escaping. 16 gigabyte, your OBS or Streamlabs might be eating half that. Yeah, that's fine. I learned the browser sources in OBS are the killer of RAM. Because like every time you add a browser source, it's basically its own Chromium instance. So if I can calm down on the browser sources, or apparently you can even combine them somehow. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but if I can combine the browser sources and stuff, that'll optimize things a whole bunch. And I got a 5060 Ti with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So GPU has plenty of space to hold any textures. You don't have 80 Chrome tabs up too? No, I actually use Firefox as my web browser. Partly because it doesn't leak memory like a sieve. How do I keep messing this up? Hey, MedP8. Thanks for lurking. Enjoy your scaping. I missed one somehow. Also, my laptop here only has Wi-Fi 5. And the pre-built I got is going to have Wi-Fi 6, so streaming should be better too. Which will be very nice. Hey, PK Fire, thanks for lurking. Enjoy your scaping. Yeah, let's actually look up the specs here. Of the computer that I got. I never liked Firefox, but at least it isn't as focused on stealing your private info. Yeah. Like, if you can recommend a web browser that isn't Chromium based and steals the least amount of your data, I'll probably check it out. I was using Opera GX for a while. Boop. Okay, this is the computer that I got. I think Brave is Chromium, but it's built off privacy. Yes, it is Chromium. Anything built off Chromium is basically an automatic no for me because memory leaks. It's like, why would I use a poorly built system that leaks memory all the time? It's just annoying how, like, every web browser is Chromium based now. Just need to download more RAM. The sheep need friends. That's true. Free RAM download when? I feel bad for kids now. Some probably think we're serious about that. Yeah, maybe. You know, people like to dunk on Gen Z, but it's like the few Gen Z people I've actually like worked with are like surprisingly competent. I know less about computers now than 80-year-olds. Ooh. Is the CPU going to be a bottleneck, you think? No. It is. I mean, it's an i5. But it is, what is that, 11th gen? 14th gen i5. Which is leaps and bounds ahead of where I'm at currently. It's got 10 cores, like 6 regular cores and 4 efficiency cores. I think, what is it? It's 12 threads or something. And it's got a much higher IPC than my current CPU. So the biggest bottleneck is actually going to be RAM for a little bit. I have a 14700F and only a 4060. I mean, that's pretty decent. Is that an i7? 32 gigs of RAM though too. Nice. I'm not too familiar with the new processor models. Like, I don't know what that F means. Oh, I should have checked to see if it allowed virtualization. RIP. I don't know if RAM prices will be going down anytime soon or not. Well, it's a supply and demand issue, right? So as soon as supply catches up with demand, it should go down a bit. And it's like I'm not in a rush for RAM either. Like 16 gigs should be plenty for a while. "20 cores, 28 threads. That's insane. So that's definitely at least a i7, maybe an i9. It's i7, okay. Yeah, and I mean, I can always like upgrade the processor later too. Yeah, increasing supply like that though, we're talking 5 to 10 years though, sadly. I mean, that's assuming demand stays the same. If demand goes down, that time gets much shorter. I actually had the brilliant idea. It's like, you know how Amazon sellers, they like buy stuff from Alibaba in bulk and then resell it on Amazon for a markup? Like, that's a lot of what they do. I had the brilliant idea. I'm just like, wait a minute. Is there any Alibaba manufacturers making RAM? Can I become a RAM seller? The short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, but there was 2 RAM manufacturers on Alibaba with like really cheap RAM prices, but the minimum order was 100 sticks. And one of them had 0 reviews, and the other one had a single 1-star review saying a bunch of the RAM sticks didn't work. I missed one again somewhere. What the heck? How does this keep happening to me? So, probably not going to be a RAM seller on Alibaba. There's only 5. Why is there only 5? Oh, there it is. Can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's like, this could actually be a really good business. But I think it's like 90% of PC parts is Asia, so yeah. The question is it worth the risk? Also, I can't afford the 100 sticks of RAM minimum order. So if any of you guys have a spare couple grand lying around, that could be a good way to make money if you don't care about reputation. You won't be able to buy big players. You won't be able to outbuy big players like Microsoft and Amazon. Yeah, I mean, you're right, but I don't have to. I just have to be cheaper than them. It'll be back in a little. The market goes from one thing to the next. I mean, yes and no. Like, GPU prices never really went back down to how they were after the whole GPU shortage from crypto mining back in the day. And when quantum computing becomes viable in the next few years. Yeah, viable for like mega corporations, not for individuals. I still say that's like 20 years out at least. Everyone will jump on that. And I mean long term, not 5 to 10 year scopes. Yeah. Almost nothing goes down, sadly. Yeah, they get accustomed to selling for more and won't go back. Hard drives went back down. There was a big hard drive shortage a while ago. And by a while, I think I mean at least like 5-10 years ago. They will make RAM that's 2 to 4 times better by 5 years from now. Yeah. DDR6. And then we'll be able to build comparable parts again. Yeah, as soon as DDR6 comes out, that's going to be like crazy expensive. But DDR5 should go back down, I would expect. Let's see. DDR6 RAM progress. Let's see if we have literally any information about DDR6 yet. DDR6 RAM is expected to enter mass production in 2027, with initial speeds projected to start at 8800 MT/seconds. Major manufacturers like Samsung, Micro, SK Hynix are currently in the validation phase, preparing for its development in servers and consumer platforms. Okay. So yeah, DDR6 is coming. 2027-ish. 10 years, you'll be downloading computers and renting them. It's all going to be cloud. Not me, man. I'm going to be running my own cloud. I have a home lab server that's going to be getting some gnarly upgrades when I can afford it. It's what Amazon wants anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, now I'm dropping frames. Why are we dropping frames? Stop that. What is happening? Why you gotta do me like this? Are we back? Okay, looks like we're back. Definitely losing frames, even in audio. Well, it looks like we're doing okay now. There was just a random spike for some reason. Or I guess dip. Downward spike. If you refresh the stream, things will probably catch up again. Not sure how far you guys fell behind, like latency-wise. Couple seconds at most, I think. That checks out. That's one of the nice things I think about having the stream on, like, visible, or having the chat visible in stream, is you can actually see, like, how far behind you are. Is this a new alt? I mean, it's the same alt I've been working on for past couple of months. Why? It's not my main, if that's your question. I was joking. I meant I fell that far behind. Oh, okay. That's good. I like it. After this inventory, we'll check to see how we're doing on raise in the bank again. Because it would be really nice to get 56 chef out of the way. How far do you plan to go with chef and fish? Just enough to get the quest requirements. So that is 66 fish and 56 chef. And then Alch is the big one. I need Alchemist to be 314. Which we're getting so close. Cool. What are the next few goals or ideas ahead? So I'm keeping a bit of it under wraps because I'm using it to make a YouTube video and I don't want to spoil the YouTube video. But once we get 314 Alchemist and all of the quest requirements for Hopeport, we're going to be doing all the quests and then moving to Hope Forest and doing all those quests. And then the account's done, basically. Seven more fishing levels. Cool. Is it free to play, I assume, then? I'm keeping it factionless. It is currently free to play because being premium doesn't serve any purpose at this point. It's actually counterproductive. I guess probably not anymore, but at a point it was counterproductive. I mean, there are really no disadvantages to free-to-play in the first two episodes other than combat, right? Yeah, that's right. 1384. Or... So I need about 250 more. We'll actually probably hit that goal this stream. We'll finish up fishing. Well, we will have cooking banked. My main thing is basically I wanted to get every quest in Hopeport done before moving to Hope Forest. And the concern is, yeah, if I was premium, I would have all these mobs. Like, you can kind of see what I did here. I did combat to 99. I did all the Hopeport mobs. I haven't been to the forest, so I couldn't do any of these mobs. And if I was premium, this tier would be Mine of Mantuban mobs. So I would be completely stuck grinding level 18 ghouls all the way to 99 combat. So that's why premium would have been actively disadvantageous for this character. But now that I've got the combat grind done, it doesn't matter. And I really want to get this character done before the milestones. Gonna lay low, gonna lay down, gotta work tonight. It was fun hanging out. Yeah, thanks. What is happening? Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Tourzy. I appreciate it. Now seems like a reasonable time for my second 1 hour for everybody. What is Discord going on about? Nothing crazy. Oh, okay. Microscape's gotta reload. Why? This literally wasn't a problem on Linux. I hate Windows so much. I need 296 Alchemist for the 45% healing potions. Which will be very nice. Fisher. 62 is the flounder. Okay. I think I'll check the bank again at 60. Fisher. Then we should be pretty darn close. If not over capacity. You know what? Let's check again after this inventory. I feel like we're getting really close. let's take a look. I think we were like 200 away last time I checked. Which is like 8 inventories. No, we were like 400 away. Yeah. Okay. Now we're like 300 away. You know what? No, we're like 400 away. Okay. I don't know if we'll get it this stream. Let's catch a Grenard for the XP bonus. We got ads coming up in 1 minute. There we go. Nice little boost. Okay, I'm actually gonna be right back real quick. Right about now. All right, we're back. All right. A few more fish to grab. By a few, I mean a couple hundred. Hey, Christy with the 7-stream streak. Huge. Beep boop. On my way to 100 stream streak. It's actually crazy. I don't know how high the streaks go. Almost there. Yep. Just about. How are you feeling about Brighter Shores, Twisty? It seems like you're basically done with it. I'm not done with Brighter Shores. I'm done with Fen Research. Okay, how do you separate the two? I don't understand. I think they keep prioritizing the wrong things. Okay. I'm curious as to what you think they should be prioritizing. Brighter Shores could be amazing half a year ago if it wasn't Fen Research making the wrong decisions. Okay, you're gonna have to be more specific. Okay, I think Fen Research should prioritize social content. They have not much right now, but they do have they do have a small but strong community. They should build around that. Well, I mean that is part of Project Milestone, right? With mini games and dungeons and world events. So think bigger room caps, opt out of chat filter, global chat, social mini games, etc. Relatively small updates with a lot of weight. Yeah. Bigger room caps would be nice. At least for like, we need like a party room or something. Even if you just have like one room that has like a room cap of 100 people or something. That I think would fix a lot of the issues. Opt out of chat filter I don't think is ever going to happen because of Online Safety Act. Social mini games are coming. Like, pooping out quests ain't keeping people busy for days. Well, quests are important. When the game has like 300 quests, it's going to be like a very different process, and you get there one quest at a time. Quests require a lot of work compared to how much game value they bring. I mean, you're right. Quests don't add a whole lot. Like, one quest doesn't add a whole lot. But you get like 20 new quests. That adds a whole lot. Quests are very important, I agree. But right now, this MMORPG needs more MMO and RPG. Well, I think it's got plenty of RPG to it. I do agree that it needs more MMO, but like with dungeons coming, minigames coming, and world events coming, short of like a global chat or like an episode chat or something like that, I don't see what else they could really be doing. Everything feels so linear to me. Like we are on rails. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, kinda, but it's still pretty sandboxy. It's not as sandboxy as I would like as well. Like, personally, I agree with you on that. I would like it to be more sandbox style. But I think it's a decent middle ground. It's probably the episodic nature of it that gives it that on-rails feeling. I'm a social MMO player, as you know by now. I just can't be social in Brighter Shores, I feel like. Yeah, and they are addressing that with dungeons, mini games, and world events, right? All that is coming. Also, the gear progression. Yeah, the gear progression's weird. I agree with you there. I hope they deliver. Well, it's not like they're gonna not do the updates. But I've heard so many of their promises and seen hardly any be made true. What is one promise that hasn't come true? It's been a year where Combat Part 2, where Special Attack trailer, etc. So Combat Part 2 is coming with dungeons. And that'll be the special attacks. So I mean, I guess the trailer that was promised was never delivered. So I'll give you that one, but honestly that's pretty minor. They had a pretty big pivot to higher priority things. I mean, I know they're working, you know, I just think they focus on the wrong stuff until now. Yeah, but now they're focusing on the right stuff. And in my opinion, they have been focusing on the right stuff minus quality of life ever since Project Milestone got announced. And the way they implement amulet slot, for example, but right now they can't use that because the engine won't allow it yet or something. I'm curious as to where that information came from. I have no reason to believe the lack of amulets has anything to do with engine related. It's just obvious they started building the game with zero idea what they were going for. Take the monument, for example. Okay, I think I hard disagree, but what's your point about the monument? Well, someone emailed them to make Scarf Transmog amulet slot, but they said the engine doesn't allow for that. Interesting. Probably has to do with the way amulets are going to be modeled, if I had to guess. Hey, 11, thanks for the 1 hour for everybody. Well, why put a feature in the game if you have zero idea what to do with it, Monument? Well, they had a plan for the Monument, I'm like pretty sure, but some of the updates made it so that reward was not feasible anymore. I think it was the combat merge, like it was supposed to be something combat related or whatever. But then the combat merge changed it, or it's supposed to be something for like the Enchantress. It's not like they didn't have a vision for this game. They didn't just start building a game to see what would happen. I don't know, man. There's just so many of these little signs that make me think they don't care about the game. They care about showing off their engine. Entirely my opinion, of course. Yeah, and I disagree. Like, if they didn't care about the game, why would they make a game? To show off the engine, I guess. But it's like, if the game isn't doing well, that doesn't look good for your engine. Disagreement is good. I agree. If you're making a game to show off the engine, you would want to make the best possible game to show off the engine. Let's be honest, the engine's potential is clearly visible. So I think it will sell. I mean, yeah, probably. But then again, I'm no expert. Yeah, I mean, me neither, right? We're both just kind of talking out of our butts. Just a gamer who is severely disappointed by Fen Research. Yeah, and that's fair and very understandable. Honestly, I'm relatively disappointed as well. Like, I definitely defended them the first months. $2026 going to be make or break for them, in my opinion. Yeah, I totally agree. And I definitely think it's going to make them. If they don't draw me back this year somehow, I doubt they can ever. Yeah, that's totally fair. But like 90% of the social features you're asking for are in the roadmap. Are you just disappointed they haven't happened yet? I'm disappointed they didn't put those things in the beginning. You know, there's opportunity cost, right? If you put those things in, there are other things that can't be put in that same time. When the community was thriving, yeah. It's like if they put in all the social features you wanted, we might not have the combat update yet. Could have given us a bad placeholder minigame like Gnome Ball. I mean, I guess, but that feels like the wrong decision. Why do something poorly quick when you can do it well slowly, right? I'm not talking about all those social features. I'm talking about any social features. Well, I mean, we got co-op fishing and woodcutting. That's a social feature. We got trading. That's a social feature. It would have shown good faith towards the community, IMO. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. We got leaderboards. That's a social feature. And we're still getting dungeons, world events, and minigames. All of those are coming. And all of those are social features. It just sounds like you're not happy that they're not already out. Leaderboards only worked for a short time. Once top 10s were taken, it kind of died down, I think. Yeah, but that's every leaderboard ever. It was a good gesture towards the community. And then the community hated it. So Fenn's like, alright, we're gonna work on other stuff then. Brighter Shores needs small effort features that solidify the community. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get them. Oh, I don't think the community hated it. I think we hated the opt-out feature. Yeah, that's a core part of the leaderboards that is required for compliance with the Online Safety Act. Especially because it didn't even show anon players in the beginning. Yeah. And then they fixed it. You're talking about things that have already been resolved. Yeah, but not to show anons at all on the leaderboard was so cooked. Yeah, it was weird. They were trying to work with the regulators, and they eventually found a system that worked. You're not mad at the devs, you're mad at the regulators. The devs did what they could, and then found a way to optimize it. What I was saying about leaderboards is, sure, it was a good update, but not enough bang for buck. Yeah. And there's a lot of low-hanging fruit they can do. And I agree with you, they should get a lot of these low-hanging fruit, like global chat or episode chat or something like that. I think that would be huge. And relatively simple. Repeatable social content is what the game needs more than anything, and it's coming with dungeons, world events, and minigames. They're working on it. You're talking like they don't even care. And also Andrew Gower saying stuff like, we did not expect that a player would think efficient clicking was so important in the Reddit AMA. Yeah, I mean, that's like how oversights work. Like, come on, man's infinitely smarter than I am, yet says that. Because he's looking at it from a different perspective, right? That's all it is different perspectives. You got oversights and straight up stupidity. No, it's called a blind spot because of perspective, Twisty. It's not stupidity. If you've ever developed something and released it to the public, you'll know that as soon as you release it to the public and suggestions come pouring in, it's like, yeah, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. It's a different perspective. And I see what you say when you say that it's coming, but it's been a year. And what do they have to show for it? Juggling around stuff that didn't need work because you tried to reinvent the wheel? I think we can definitely agree to disagree. Yeah. No, this stuff is very important, and it's addressing a lot of players' concerns. Like, I think the combat's in a much better spot now that it's a single profession. I think that was essential for the new player experience. I get your point. Yeah, that was definitely needed. And that took a lot of the time to get things right. Like, they had to put a lot of stuff on hold to get that figured out. They got it mostly figured out, implemented it, and now they're working on the social features you're complaining that are missing, along with other improvements that hundreds of other players have asked for. We only got one half so far, though. Yeah, and the second half is coming. Once again, it was a priority shift. It's a giant mess, and I think they got themselves into that mess. Oh, for sure. There's a lot of work that needs to be done all over the place. Prioritizing what to do when is not an easy task. They're doing what they can. And the order does matter. And about the It's Coming, all I can say is that I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, okay. Then you'll believe it in a few months here. If they deliver, I will admit they did. If they don't, I'll be even more negative. There hasn't been, other than the special attack trailer, there hasn't been a single thing that they've promised and haven't delivered. Like, it would be impossible to change my mind. Yeah, I mean, if they completely scrap an update, that would do harm for sure. But they've literally never done that. Monument reward's still not here. Yeah, but it's coming with the Jade Monument. It's not that it hasn't been delivered, it's that it hasn't been delivered yet. Another thing they still haven't delivered. Yeah, it's coming a year on. Yeah, because the Monument reward is not a high priority. If you had to choose between Monument reward and dungeons, what would you pick? Obviously dungeons. You'll say the same thing in another year? Yeah, but in another year, most of what they've promised will have been delivered. And then there will be new promises and new deliveries. How much do promises count if they're always another day? I hope you're right, man. Honestly. Yeah. If Project Milestone isn't out by end of, like, 2026, I will agree 100% with everything you're saying. But I'm 90% confident all of the updates they've promised are coming in 2026. Priorities might get shifted again, but there will be lots more delivered promises. I want Brighter Shores to succeed, not for Fen Research, but for people like you who still play it, enjoy it, and let the community live on. Yeah. It's slow going, but I have no reason to believe they would break any of their promises, because I have not seen any evidence of a broken promise, other than the special attacks trailer that never arrived. I understand people's frustration with the slow development. I feel that too. Like, it would be nice if we got things faster. But there's only so much we can do about that. Also, what ticked me off was Andrew's angry tweets. Has there been more than one? The only one I know about was the leaderboards. because a small minority disbehaved, they got a tweet. Yeah, it's the vocal minority. That's nothing unusual. But no tweet to the great community. Don't tweet at all. And if you do tweet, tweet about your amazing community. Well, I mean, there was something like that in the leak about the sick art they made. Yeah, the funny moments they captured. So you want Andrew to be the community manager? Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Okay, just straight up disconnected. Doesn't send the right message to give attention to the negatives. I mean, he literally did it once and then deleted the tweet. Internet issues. What was that? Yes, I get what you're saying. It doesn't send. Yeah, it's me. Oh my goodness. Can we do anything? Hello. You back yet?